What does it mean for Panasonic in America and American manufacturing of battery technology?
So this is more than a 10-year vision. We wanted to do this and we wanted to go big in this market. So we had a commitment and we started in Reno, Nevada, and this is our factory that we're diversifying our EV strategy, and we're going to be full production this year, and it's really exciting. Today's a fun and exciting day, and this is a celebration.
Full production this year?
Yes.
So cells are already coming off the line?
Yes.
Could you just explain the roadmap for the ramp? Because no facility is straightforward, but this is the size of 200 American football fields. How are you going to get to full capacity this year?
So we started in November 2022, 2.5 years ago, and it was all flat field, and it was a massive land. And we started the construction, and we started the production and testing last week, and we're going to produce the batteries this year. And you probably saw the cars that we have in display, and Tesla, Lucid, and Hexagon truck. And we're really excited to work with different suppliers and partners and clients this year.
We're going to discuss in detail those customers. They're really key to this. There were media reports Friday night that there would be a delay in reaching full capacity, and what the report stated was that was due to demand. Are you able to comment on that report? And it sounds like they were misinformed if you are going to hit full capacity this year.
I do think it was misinformed, and we're a Japanese company, and when we say, when we commit to something, we're fully committed, and we want to make sure that we support all the customers that we're committed. We're not feeling the slowdown yet, and we're very, very bullish on working with all those customers.
When you say you're not feeling the slowdown, that means that you're seeing consistent orders from those key customers, or they're still committing to orders in advance? What do you mean by the definition of what you just said?
So we have the operation in Reno, and that's going very healthy, and we're seeing the commitments coming in for this facility as well. So we're not feeling the slowdown yet, but yet again, I mean, you see this operation, this is a long-term commitment. So there may be some pushback or moving ahead, but we're committed for a long term, and we're not shying away from those from time to time challenges.
Throughout the morning, there was a lot of discussion about Tesla because Tesla makes the best-selling EV model in the world. This specific facility, does Tesla dominate the proportion of output, or is it more evenly split across your different customers?
So we're working with Tesla for sure, and we're working with Lucid and Hexagon and other clients. So it is to diversify our EV manufacturing in the United States.
What do you mean by diversify? Move away from one sort of core customer?
No, not really. We're expanding, right? So we're definitely working with Tesla, but we want to work with other established OEMs as well as startups. So it's part of our efforts to expand our strategy and manufacturing output as well.
What signals has Tesla given you about its future orders, about the health of its business?
Your guess is as good as mine, but we have a long-term relationship, longer than anyone else, and they're still a very important strategic partner for us, and I believe our partnership is very strong.
Throughout the morning, there was a lot of discussion of how Kansas was the absolute best candidate. What were the biggest factors in choosing this site? Were they financial? Were they simply the ability to get things done? Lack of red tape? Why were you able to move so quickly?
So we talked about the available workforce and the infrastructure. I mean, you saw the power lines built by the factory, and as well as the energy procurement that we can do. But more than anything, there was something very special about Kansas. All the officials were able to work with us, and you probably heard that Lieutenant Governor Toland making some of his speech in not only Japanese, but in Osaka dialect. And that level of insight and care and support really made a difference. And it doesn't matter what party they are, they're very committed to bring us here, but also make us feel home. So that kind of partnership, not just numbers and infrastructure, but emotional partnership made the difference, and we're so happy to celebrate today.
What I was going to say on the numbers is there is a job creation story.
Yes,
so
yes.
4,000 direct jobs. I
Yes.
think the number is 20,000 indirect jobs when you take into account
Right,
supply
right.
chain, construction.
Right.
What have you had to do to kind of bring the other infrastructure you've needed
Right.
to DeSoto?
Right.
Have everything you need around you?
So what was great about planning it out, like I said, we started 2.5 years ago, and at that time we worked with local schools and community colleges to create curriculums. So when we start for manufacturing, they're there ready, already taking the courses and be available to take a job
To
here.
guarantee you had the skill sets that you needed?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we created curriculum together, and it's been a really good partnership, and it helps us and it helps the community, and it's like wonderful win-win.
The headline figure was that Panasonic put $4 billion
Yes.
into this DeSoto facility, but you were also, the reported number is eligible for almost $7 billion from the Inflation Reduction Act.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that materialized?
We haven't started the manufacturing here, so we have not seen the incentives yet.
They're set against milestones.
Yes, yes. So it comes with the production. So we're looking forward to it, and it's definitely a big part of our investment.
Do you anticipate that you will get access to the full tranche of money?
We certainly hope so.
Things have changed. I mean,
Yes.
things have changed even since you and I spoke in January.
Right.
There is some effort underway to reshape or
Yes.
undo
Yes.
the Inflation Reduction
Yes.
Act. It seems like the $7,500 credit, which goes to the consumer on
Yes.
the vehicle,
Right.
will go.
Yes.
But the 45X manufacturer credit
Yes.
seems intact.
Yes.
How have you navigated that? Is that your read on the scenario as well?
So we're still very hopeful that should remain, and I think it should remain. It's not only for us, but it's for creating jobs and manufacturing and bringing technology to U.S. So far it's very positive, and we're hopeful that it stays. It will be a big part of our long-term strategy.
What's the supply chain story right now for DeSoto, Kansas? When you think about your raw material needs and everything that goes into the cell process, are there things that are still difficult? What are they? Or has bringing this facility online been smoother because of policy?
We have been planning for the supply chain resilience, not just for this and recent tariff situation, but from COVID. During COVID, we really suffered from weak supply chain. I mean, I think all the industry did, and so did we. So we've been planning for supply chain resilience, and we are, I mean, just for our benefit too, to make sure that those supply chains stay local and within the North America. And our goal is to complete 50% of our supply chain by 2030 to be completely local.
Are any of the conditions currently associated with that 45X manufacturer credit difficult when you think about foreign entity of concern or parts of the supply chain, which in the context of metals, like China is still a factor here?
Yes. So we started partnering with China, and we are, for the supply chain resilience, we are trying to diversify and make sure the supply chain is more resilient, to make sure that we can procure and process on site. So it's not really a new change for us necessarily. We've been trying to do that for a few years.
Where are the bottlenecks right now, if any?
I don't know. It's really the refining process to make sure that we can find a supplier who can make sure that quality is there, right? The refinement, the quality matters for our quality production. So that's where we pay most attention to make sure that the raw material is ready for quality EV batteries, right? It's good for everyone. For consumers, we want to make sure those EV batteries are tested and safe.
I know this might seem far-fetched. We are just bringing this facility online.
Yes.
But one of the questions I got from you, from the audience, is what happens next?
Mm-hmm.
You have Nevada.
Right.
You now have Kansas.
Right.
Does Panasonic see further sites? For EV in the first instance, what is your next priority?
It's TBD. Today's the first day of this operation, and we're really excited to make sure that this goes smooth, producing quality EV batteries. We'll focus on that first, and if it goes well, who knows, right?
demand is still a question.
Yes.
What I find interesting is a lot of the customer base is pure play EV, but the lesson we've learned in the last 18 months or so is hybrid is still a big part of the market.
Right.
Maybe in a way that surprised many.
Right. Right.
Do you have the ability to tap into demand for hybrid from this facility or others?
We don't know yet, but we're pleasantly surprised that EV sales still rose by like 11.4%. So that's a good sign. And like I said, this is a long-term play. So we're not going to be happy and sad with the small ups and downs. We're still bullish that EV market should grow and hybrid transition should be part of it.